subscribe. It helps me. Hello everybody, my name is Mathis and welcome back to Rimworld, or specifically welcome back to Area 51, where we rejoin the Chilluminati Pod Squad. We have Jesse, myself, and Alex all crash landing on an alien planet the last couple of episodes and doing our best to build ourselves a comfortable, if productive, homestead. We all have our specialties. Alex may not be very good at building anything, and while he does try and fail constantly, he is quite a handy doctor. Meanwhile, Jesse is been cooking a bit, as far as I remember, though we'll have to double check to make sure what he's actually good at, because I genuinely don't remember. I apologize. Rewind. Jesse has been cooking a lot. I'm right there. He's actually an excellent cook, but he's also been doing a lot of research. We, as a small group of 3, have very little access to technology, and everything that we make, we're doing from memory of what life was like back on the colony ship that we crash landed from this particular ship from. So Jesse's kind of built himself a little makeshift work table, working out some equations, doing some math, and learning how to recreate some of the things that we're used to. And the first thing he did was learn how to make batteries. So this is going to allow us to store excess energy that our wind turbine and our generator is going to be making for us until we can get cleaner, more efficient ways to generate electricity like solar panels and harnessing the power of geysers. And Mathis kind of jack of all trades, master of none. He's the best builder of the 3 of them and has done most of the construction work. But other than that, he's been trying to train our dog Otto, and he's been doing as much farming and tree chopping as he can. We also have had a couple of strangers wander around. We had a visitor from a local tribe kind of checking us out, seeing what's going on and why we're even here. He swung in. He didn't really say anything. He just poked around. We let him have his space. We didn't really speak the same language, and he walked away. We had a pirate attack us, and we kept him in prison, in a little makeshift prison in an ancient building that we repurposed. We actually didn't kill him. We healed him up with base medicine and sent him on his way in hopes that he spreads good word to those he lives with to say, hey, maybe it's not worth attacking these guys. They don't seem all that bad. Besides, we don't even have that much worth keeping or stealing, if I'm honest. And then finally, Wise over here. Wise ended up crashing from space herself, though not from our ship, as far as we know. We did have a crew manifest, and she wasn't on it. So we rescued Wise, and I say she, I should say he. He's a male space refugee of Lawler. He's 46 years old, 66 all told, meaning he spent about 20 years in cryo sleep at some point. And while we're not going to keep him prisoner, we did feed and heal and send him on our way. Alex, Jesse, and Mathis of Area 51, the one thing we want to do is be peaceful. We don't want to cause any problems. We don't want to start any conflicts with any of the native folk on this particular Outer Rim world, and we're going to hopefully continue that as time goes on. Now, if Wise wakes up fully healed and decides he wants to join us and help us on our quest to just be better living conditions and all that, then I would happily welcome him. But if Wise wants to leave at the end of it all, that's his choice as well. Anyway, with that said, there's a couple of things I'm going to want to do here. Tweaks to our production. The big one is actually what I'm going to do is this. I'm actually going to throw this down and throw another door here. And we're going to kind of this is going to act like, almost like a chamber where temperature can escape. Basically, anytime this door opens, cold air rushes out, it escapes. So if we can build this little chamber here, when our people come and go, the cold air shouldn't go much beyond here, and to keep most of the cold air in the walk-in freezer that we've been making. I'm also gonna move this because it's been made aware that cooking next to the place you butcher runs the risk of food poisoning, and that can be very, very bad. So we're gonna reinstall this over here. In the area we eat. Could do it over here, but I think I'm just gonna do it right about here. And we'll actually go ahead and reinstall this chair over here as well. And we can cook right in this general zone. We have low medicine. That kind of sucks, but also not fully unexpected. And I kind of want to start moving things around. So can I put clothing in this dresser? I'm curious how this works. I don't want clothing sitting outside, and the reason I don't want clothing sitting outside is because it will start to deteriorate under bad weather, and that's what this is going here. So we need to get We need to get like a stash, a shed maybe. Something we can put all of our clothing in, keep a roof over it, keep it outside of the weather. We're also gonna wanna start building floors as well, because having things sitting on the dirt doesn't do very good for us either. So one of the things I always struggle with when I'm working on Rimworld is, do I want one big complex that has many different buildings attached and people can work with, or do I want to do many individual buildings? And there's no real good answer. It's all preference, and I am one that doesn't really know what he wants until it's a little late. So we're gonna mine some stuff out over here because I want to make some space and kind of flatten this wall and give us an opportunity to build over here. So we'll see what ends up happening. Mathis is just grabbing some breakfast and everybody's getting their day going, more or less. Alex is gonna go feed the prisoner, being the best doctor that he can be. And Wise is no longer in insufferable pain, and Mathis is actually gonna get right to mining, surprisingly. I'd love for these to move though, so hopefully Alex can do that. Once Alex is done eating, I'm actually gonna go ahead and force him to haul the paste out of here, because it's keeping the door opens, and I don't want that. There we go. Keep everything in the freezer. I'd rather not risk it. And now Alex can go ahead and play chess against himself, doing what he does. In fact, if we actually go into our logs, we can actually see what they've been doing. Mathis and you can see like their particular conversations. Like Jesse chatted about savory foods with Alex at one point, which happened a couple hours ago. Jesse and Alex connected on the topic of the connection between human aesthetics and government conspiracies. That is perfect. That is incredibly perfect for the Chilluminati podcast squad. Mathis and Alex chatted about spaceships. Alex said something about training ants to Mathis, so maybe he wants to do that. And, you know, we're having conversations. Alex and Jesse talked deeply about the link between human nature and justice as well. So they've been having some deep conversations, something we can always pop in and see what kind of interests they've all had and why they're talking about what they're talking about. So I think a shed is ideal, and I also want to maybe build a wall. We actually don't have much stone. No, we do. We just haven't hauled it. So if we haul it, I wonder if that will help us use it for building. But I do want to, oh, it's going over there. It's getting dumped. I do want to start worrying and building walls, basically. A grand entrance into our complex, I think, is going to be necessary. And I'm thinking maybe over here is where I'm going to want to do the entrance. We're just going to want to wall this area off. Because this is kind of near living quarters, and if we can turn this into our giant entrance, I think we're gonna be better off that way. The human did leave, right? The pirate, he escaped with his life. Sometimes we can release pirates, and they are bleeding so bad that they don't make it off the map before they die. But that doesn't seem to be the case. All right, so let's go ahead and start working on that then. I want to get some walls up. Oop, we're gonna go wooden wall, and I'm gonna go like this. And the reason I want to do it like so, let's actually let them do that. We'll go ahead and cancel that. Is I want to keep this metal within the interior of our base. Alex is gonna get to building, so I imagine he's gonna fail a bunch, though. I'm letting him fail, and the reason I am letting him fail is because it's going to increase his construction skill over time, and he will eventually get good at it. There's no point in taking him off the job when there's only really 3 of us doing what we do. There we go. And there we go. And then I'm gonna double it up. I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw an additional layer of walling in case we do end up getting attacked. And we can kind of double up the wall right up to this part right here, and we should be fine. We have enough wood where we can double wall up relatively okay. Though we're probably gonna wanna start chopping down some trees sooner rather than later. And we're gonna wanna hunt, I think. Let's start dropping some more hunt down. Maybe Jesse will go out and hunt, given a chance. Looks like it's gonna be Mathis. He's our best shot anyway. And it's just good enough. It's good for us to be doing this because while, as you can see, they're missing quite a lot, and I do mean quite a lot, it's gonna up Mathis's shooting skill, and he hits a 4. Remember, we started at a 3, so it's gonna be valuable for us to keep doing this. So he's popped this thing a bunch. It's gotten a scratch scar on his body, probably from a previous fight with wildlife, and then we shot it in the right leg, and it's bleeding from it, but it's got a while before, ooh, it just got shot again. This time in the rear left leg, it took a bullet. And there we go. And so Mathis is gonna actually walk over, and he's going to snap its neck, basically, and just finish it off. Boom. And there we go. And this is good. And we actually shot the wall there, so Alex is actually doing a little bit of repairing. And it's a good thing to keep them practicing. We want them to continue to hone all of their skills as best that they can. All right, we need to chop some stuff down. Let's go ahead and harvest that. ready to harvest, ready to harvest, ready to harvest. Little bit to go on these, ready to harvest. Chopping them down, let time fly by. And genuinely, things are looking up. Things are not looking bad for us at all. And I'm excited to see what that means for us in the long run. I do wish we would have more wood. I mean, there's a lot of trees to chop down, don't get me wrong. I just wish we had more of it and to mess around with. Ready to harvest, we'll go ahead and mark that. We can actually harvest these as well. Some free blueberries isn't a bad thing to start throwing in our freezer. Eventually, we're gonna need to move our freezer out a bit. So let's go ahead and mine out. We might even wanna start chopping these things down sooner rather than later. The other thing I'm gonna wanna do is make that structure, that shed that I spoke about. And I think we're gonna actually try and keep things attached if we can. It might not be a bad idea to keep things attached, or at least encompass the entire zone to the best of our ability. This is just mining away. The question is, how do I want to do it? Do I want to just attach it here and kind of just draw a little shed here? Or do I want to move across and drop a shed on this end over here and continue to work our way around? And then, you know, moreover, how many dorms do I want to have? We're probably going to want to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do 4 like so. I think building more dormitories and more bedrooms is going to be good. We'll once again kind of make sure we've got where we want the doors to go there. But we actually can't build any wooden structures without any wood stashed. We can't even queue it up for when we have it. So let's go ahead and just chop down a bunch of trees. Just going to say go for it. Chop down as much as you can because we just need the stone. Alex and Mathis chatting away as they do. And let's actually, what's this? Wildlife. So this is all the wildlife currently on the map, I guess. There's quite a lot. And we can actually queue up a bunch of them to be hunted. This is actually very valuable to have there. We only have this. I want to bond to Mathis. Mathis is the master for now. Plant cutting, everybody seems to be doing. Crafting, we can kind of bump that up to a 2 for some people. Alex and Jesse continue to research. Bed rest, let's go ahead and have everybody bed rest at level 1. I don't want people bleeding out on me, should things go that way. So we've got some kibble. Actually, it's great for our pup. We want to make sure we have kibble at the ready for him. Chop down some trees. Stockpile all the rest. And we're just kind of preparing for the inevitable addition to our crew, which it's going to happen eventually. We have a minor break risk on Alex. If we take a look at his needs, we can see what's going on. Darkness, unsightly environment, awful bedroom, not Otto's master. Okay, well that's a problem. Him not being Otto's master, I did not realize was going to cause such a problem. So we'll go ahead and say Alex is the master then. I don't want to risk him getting a break. He's just stressed out, so it's not a huge deal. He's back to being Otto's master. With that, actually, we should probably end up moving this into here. Into Jesse's room, into Alex's room, and have Otto sleep over there. I didn't realize. We're gonna have Mathis continue to train him just because he's the best at training animals, but I did not realize that was going to be a problem. It's fair, you know, it was Alex's pup. There's no reason to say and take that away otherwise. Now, why is he still resting? Can he not move? No, he can, he just won't get up. He's not getting anything badly. When does he get up? He's just been, maybe when he's fully healed and he's, oh, there he is, as Speak of the Devil. So where is he going? He's moving. He might just be leaving. He might be done. As we're hunting, he's like, you know what, fam, I'm out. I'm out. So he's out. He's going to go home, ideally. He's very, very slow moving at this point. He's walking through some water, but he's gonna leave us. Well, Wise, I hope you spread good word about our folk here in Area 51. We could use friends, and the more company, the better off it's gonna be for us. So please and thank you. More of that would be welcome. All right. Structures. We need to get a shed up and running for our dear friends here, a storage shed. Let's go ahead and do that. Look at all the blood. My God. It's a bloody hunt, man. It's just nasty looking. Where do we want to put this thing? There might not be a good place for it. Ideally, we'll end up getting like a wind farm as well. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is order this all to be mined out. And then I'm going to go ahead and maybe drop the shed over here. Putting a shed over here might not be a bad call. This is just going to be pure storage. Maybe what we want to do is have it a nice big one for future. And we can cancel that out. And we can go ahead and put up a wooden door right there. And we also want to throw down wooden doors all along here for future bedrooms. And this will just be a gigantic storage unit. We're putting down clothing that we find and spare weaponry and whatever else the spoils of war and exploration. That's where it's all going to go. We'll make it a gigantic zone, and we won't need the stockpile anymore. We'll keep all rocks and stuff out here, but everything else will go in here. And we're going to end up probably putting some flooring down soon, too, for the sake of general good-lookiness. That's another big thing. Steel, steel, sandstone, sandstone. So I think our first big priority would be putting down some wooden flooring down here, just to have it, because we're going to need it. Okay, we've got some bedrooms kind of built for now. But putting flooring down is good. Oh, a group of pirates from the Imp Crooks. Okay, great. They're attacking immediately. So they do not care that we sent their boy home. We have a dead warg over here. He is rotting, so we're going to actually leave that as forbidden. Something got into a fight down here. Wildlife of a type. But he's going to attack now. And I'm imagining he's going to come around the wide edge. So we're going to say Mathis first. Take some cover here. Jesse, you have a pistol. So we're going to keep you a little closer, and we're going to move you up. Alex, I'm not going to worry about quite yet, and now we'll see what happens once they start getting into combat. Mathis is going to take the first shot. So we have a cougar over here. That concerns me. Okay, he got shot by Jesse first. He got a gunshot in the left leg. It slowed him down instantly. Ooh, he got shot again. This time twice in the left leg. Likely not going to be moving much further or much faster. Ooh, he got shot again! This time in the right shoulder. Ouch, man. That is unfortunate. This cougar worries me. I'm going to move Jesse back because Jesse's going to be a lot faster. Oh, and he got shot in the back as Mathis moves around for the flank, knowing he can hear Jesse taking the shots. Can't see the guy anymore. He had a quick peek at him, and then he took around. So Mathis worked around back, popped him in the back. His left leg got shot off. He took 3 bullets to the left leg, and it just became so mangled that it is no longer useful. However, he's still moving. He is still moving. Incredibly slowly, but he is. That is hilarious. Jesse's gonna pull back. We're gonna let Mathis take another shot, and we're gonna move him up. We're just gonna play up, and he's gotta be dead. There's no way he survived that. He's not in any pain. He got a shot to the gut. And then that was the end of it. So we're going to go ahead and strip Whistler, and we have our first death. So how are they feeling about that? Awful bedroom, sweaty. So he was sweating from that. Initial hope, sweaty as well. So they're both sweaty. What's interesting is this is we gotta deconstruct this so we can get to it. So what's interesting now is that we actually have ourselves someone to get rid of. We have to get rid of it. So we could do something like build a proper grave for them or a sarcophagus, or we could not, and we could just get rid of them the old-fashioned way, which is hurl them into a giant dead person pile and get rid of them. The problem with that is that corpses start to rot, they start to stink, they end up causing problems for our colonists if they just see dead bodies over and over again. One of my preferred way of doing things with corpses that I don't like is building a concrete structure that we can hurl the bodies in and eventually light them on fire with a Molotov or something. For now, though, I think just for the sake of simplicity, a grave is going to be ideal. The problem is we need to find a dirt spot soft enough that we can do that. And I don't want to do it too close to where we live. So he's going to get an unceremonious burial tossed far away. Just over here for now. We don't care who he was, when he was. I just want this built. And we're just going to get rid of the body as soon as we can. So Mathis stripped him. And we're going to go ahead and say that's fine. And he's going to start moving. Now, he's starting to think of death. He observed a corpse. I saw a dead body laying on the ground. It was disturbing, and that's a problem. Jesse Mathis talked about monsters. Mathis hit Whistler with a bolt-action rifle. That's like the latest. And we're just gonna have to get rid of this. So the other thing I'm concerned about is this cougar. If the cougar attacks, say, Otto, our puppo, before we're ready, before we can do anything about it, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. And I don't want that to happen. So we're gonna need to try and take care of this thing earlier. As early as we can. Okay, we should plan an attack on this thing. Clear shots. All right, I want you to fire at the cougar, and I want you to fire at the cougar as well. Okay, there we go. Because if the cougar gets hungry, it's going to go after Otto, and that's a problem. We shot it in the... Mathis is the one that did it, so Jesse got a body shot on this thing, but then Mathis got a headshot. Obliterated its skull and destroyed the brain. It's dead, Jim. Jesse, could you do me a favor? I want you to haul him, and yeah, he's gonna be thrown over here in this grave that we don't need. And he goes, and there we go. Whistler, engineer, dead. Died on the 2nd of December, 5500. We can always open it, ruin it, move it around when needed, but for now, it's there, and you know, we do what we have to. We've got a couple of Ibex Rams up here, but the day has ended. And what a very busy day it was. We had ourselves an attack from raiders. Our little guest that we healed up left us, which is their call. I'm not going to judge them for it. And we built a couple of new potential living quarters for hopefully people who want to join Area 51 in time. Alex is waking up and getting to building, and I'm curious how Alex's skill in construction is going. It's a 2. It's not good, and he doesn't like it very much, but... it's okay. And Jesse is starting to starve because we probably recruited him a bit and ended up, when we recruited him for the military, we ended up basically taking away all of his time. But he's gonna start cooking now, and we're happy about that. The shed is almost done. We still need things to be chopped down. And again, because we're only working with a few of us, there's only 3 of us or so, things are definitely moving a little slower than I would like. Looks like Jesse is going to be just grabbing a bunch of food and making meals. Hopefully the kibbles are being eaten by Otto. Otto, how are you doing, my dude? You're doing fine. All right, let's go ahead and give him... let's start training him in hauling. I think hauling... having a dog that can just haul rocks and get things out of here, that's going to be important. The cougar just going to get lapped up. I hope plain leather and stuff doesn't deteriorate. Yeah, it does deteriorate. Again, for the shed, we need the shed. So hopefully we can start making this happen soon. I would force them to chop down wood, but it's just not... it just shouldn't be our priority right now. I want them to worry about gardening if it's time to garden. Okay? Perfect. So, while he's doing that, we're going to make this a stockpile zone. And we're really going to pay attention to what we want in here. So, no foods. No plant matter for now. Everything else is fine. Manufactured weapons, apparel, corpses, and chunks. We don't need that either. Foods, manufactured, yeah. Don't allow anything rotting. Allow fresh. But we don't have any foods anyway. Yeah, we don't want medicine or drugs in there either. That's all going to go into the refrigerator just to keep it, you know, as fresh as possible. And this is going to be critical. With that now, we're also going to say, hey, the only thing I want here, the only thing I want is rocks and stuff. That's it. Rocks and wood and all that nonsense. No weapons, no apparel, none of that. I just want rocks. And everything else is going to be pushed inside, where there's a roof and it can be kept away from nasty weather. We're also going to go ahead and slap down some wooden flooring in here as well. It's going to take some time to get all that going, but it's going to be necessary. Alex, I don't necessarily trust you as a cook. I'm not going to let you cook anymore, Alex. I just don't think it's going to be a good idea. Actually, no, because you like cooking, so your skill will go up a little bit faster than normal, so it might be worth getting a little sick if it's going to pay off in dividends for us in that way. And that eventually you'll be able... Whoa! Everybody up. We had something explode. Our generator blew up. No, our generator didn't blow up. What happened? A fault in an electrical conduit has caused a short circuit. All 1,045 watts of energy in the connected batteries has been discharged in an electrical explosion. So everything we had saved up just fucking went off, and we're losing food. We have no power anymore. There's a fire. Okay. That sucks. Damn it, man. That sucks a lot. Can we prioritize this a little bit better? Man. All right. Well, sleep the night away, guys. I'd rather you sleep up for the night. Wow, that is unfortunate. That is incredibly unfortunate. But there's not much I can do about it. Not right now, anyway. Our first little trouble, you know? Not a big deal. Power is slowly coming back as the generator, the wind turbine turns. Let's get rid of this, this. I don't want anything in its way to obstruct the wind flow. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad you guys were able to get some sleep after that. I'd be a little too worried to sleep myself, but you guys have seen worse. You did crash land on the planet. Glad to see you guys getting repairs in. I'm glad we don't lose anything. We didn't lose any important structures, and that's a big thank God. All right, everybody's planting. How's hauling? I think hauling should be a #1 priority right now as well. We really need to start having things moved for building purposes, and as well as keeping things fresh purposes. Though we are still generating some cool air. I think electricity is on. We're doing a lot of building right now. I didn't think that we were gonna have a battery explode, so I wasn't worried about having spare resources. But then again, what kind of spare resources can you possibly even have? We're getting raided again. This is a different tribe. The group of tribespeople from the Guaca of the Crag have arrived. They will prepare for a while, then attack. Just one. And I'm kind of hoping the bear goes after him. No, the bear's not hungry. He's moving north. Looks like maybe the bear ended up getting attacked here. Yeah. The neck was bitten off. The body was scratched and bitten. The legs were completely ripped off. And the right leg was basically destroyed by a paw. So we've got Ool over here. He is incapable of doing anything dumb, but he's kind and he's a careful shooter. But he's got a dagger. So, they sent a scout with a dagger who's good with a bow and arrow or guns or something. Glad to see it. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on him and be prepared for his attack at any given moment. The bear is sleeping. Let them rest while they can. I'd rather them get some rest before we pop Alex and Mike and myself, or Jesse and myself. Mathis, let's put you over here. Jesse, let's put you behind this rock. Let's actually just give you clear shots. Okay, let's move you back. Okay, let's see if we can get another shot off. We might want to recruit Alex here, but we'll see. We're bleeding a bit. Jesse's been stabbed twice. In the tibia, the right tibia got cracked, and he got stabbed in the leg as well. Let's pull Mathis back a bit. I'm gonna have Jesse wheel around and lead him around. Ow. Jesse, I think, just got stabbed in the leg. Yep. And the jaw. Hopefully we have a good enough shot. Oh, good. We've shot him twice. Right arm, right leg. And he has an old gunshot wound in his right something there. Oh, there we go. Matt, okay, you need to immediately get health. Did we just shoot him in the head? We shot him in the heart. What a shot, Mathis. From the back, as he's knife fighting Jesse, as Jesse's desperately trying to shoot him with his pistol, Mathis just takes a deep breath, squints his eyes gently, raises his rifle, pops a bullet, aiming for his chest, just hoping to hit him, and it just bursts through his heart, sending him careening to the ground, collapsing with the dirt ground beneath. And as his eyes blankly stare forward, his last gasp of breath escapes into the midnight air here in the colony area 51. Jesse, I feel like maybe you should probably go lay down instead of working. I don't know why you're not. Okay, we need to move that. We're gonna have to build another miscellaneous. You're gonna get buried next to the other schmuck that attacked us and didn't back off. I don't want to kill you guys. I want nothing but peace and happiness here, but you're not letting it happen. I can't even capture you. I end up killing you, which is probably a good thing in the long run. Permanent removal of any threat, but we can't think like that. We're a peaceful people. Otto, what kind of example would we be setting for our good boy Otto here? Hopefully Jesse slept in a bed. Alex will hopefully take care of him. His whole jaw is cracked. He's minor blood loss. He's in severe pain. So Alex really needs to get to doctoring here, and it looks like he's about to. A friendly AI from your past named Charlin Whitestone has sent you a message. He reveals that he has a starship hidden on this planet and sends you its world coordinates. The starship is currently in deep hibernation mode. You have to start it up when you arrive, then defend it from raiders trying to steal it until the startup sequence completes. If you can get the ship off the ground, Charlin will take you off this Rimworld to the stars. So that's interesting. I'd never seen this event before. Usually, and I'm sure you still can, you research how to build a starship and then you can make your own and escape. However, it seems that the AI of our old ship that's still around has been scanning the planet, trying to get those who survived off the planet safely and quickly, as his programming probably dictates. Now, keep in mind, we're quite far away from where it is, but we can set up excursions. This is something I never really messed with in this game before, and I might now. We can set up a crew of people to travel across the planet to a different area, and it seems that this right here is it. We have ourselves a planet, a little ship in hibernation mode over by some Wasated, the Imp Crooks, and the Guaca of the Crag, the people who just attacked us. To bother us. So we can form a caravan to travel to new areas. So we could, I guess, I don't know how I would go about it. I'd have to figure it out. Click to enter the planning mode where you can take your journey and calculate distance between waypoints. So we are we're right here. And if we wanted to say, go from here all the way across the planet to here, planning a mode, use default caravan speed. Your speeds may vary. Do I drag and drop? Okay, right click and then over here. All right. So if we wanted to travel all the way to that ship via caravan, it'd be a hell of a walk. It'd be 30.5 days, so 1 month of being on the road across this area. A little over than a month. We'd have to hit the main road. I think a lot of it is as fast as it is because there's roads that lead out that way. We can find ourselves over here following this particular road. That's not what I meant to do, but 30.5 days. And then we break from the road here before we rejoin it here. And then we might have an opportunity to do some trading here before we follow this road all the way to the eastern side of the world. It's a long haul, not something we're nearly ready to do, and maybe we never will be. It might be too far. Who knows? But for now, we have to take care of our boys right here. Now, we have a grave. I want to get rid of this body, so I'm going to have Alex go ahead and haul him off. Because every time we pass by it or look at the body, it causes our people to be like, ugh, gross, a dead body. Fair, you know, especially as it rots. I wouldn't want to see a gaunt, decaying body in front of us, given an opportunity. All right, let's have Mathis start moving things, please. I just want the stuff that's going to start decaying to be hauled off. Oops, wear these synth pants. I want these to be hauled, the synth thread pants, please. Haul these. Are you wearing them? Okay, now you're wearing pants. I think you took your pants off, Mathis, and then never put them back on, and you can't do that here. Not right now, anyway. All right, everything's working. Can you actually, we need to generate some more stuff. We're trying to just improve the luxury of our little establishment. However, I think today's story of Area 51 has to come to a close. Alex, Jesse, and Mathis is still alive. We've hit a little bit more adversity. People don't like us for one reason or another, or whether they see us as trespassing on what is rightfully theirs, or maybe we're just causing up too much of a ruckus. The two local tribes are doing everything that they can to try and stop us from living here, but we will prevail and we will persevere. We are Chuluminati Pod, and we are Area 51, and we'll make our mark on this planet before long. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying. If you are, let me know in the comment section below by hitting that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more stuff like this. And as always, I'll see all of you guys next time. Bye-bye.
We like to gamble. 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 We like to gamble.